Hey Guitar fam, welcome to this guitar solo lesson where we're going to take a look at the solo from CCR's Proud Mary. This is a great one to learn if you're looking to kind of push the envelope to get past the beginner stage and starting to push intermediate. Now, if you need help with any aspect of this solo, go to guitarfam.com and create your complimentary account there. Every Guitar Fam member gets one personal, private, one-on-one complimentary lesson with me, so you can go there and schedule that at your earliest convenience. Also, the resources for this song, for this lesson, are there for you too. You can download the tab and the jam track too. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, it's always great to know what chord progression you're playing over, so you can try to learn how to play over chord changes better from learning solo. So the first 8 measures of the solo are just what would be the verse of the song. It's all D major, and then the next 2 measures are over an A major, and then the next 2 measures are over a B minor. So we're in the key of D major, and then we have 1, 5, 6 progression that we're playing over. And for the most part, I'm just thinking about D major pentatonic, and I'll show you which D major pentatonic scale I'm thinking. I'm thinking the one that is derived from this. If you're playing a D major chord using a G shape, this one, the bar chord shape, and you have your pinky set up on this D on the 10th fret of the low E string. I know most people would think about this as a B minor pentatonic, and you can feel free to think about it that way, but really we're emphasizing the D notes, So that's what I'm thinking about, is D major pentatonic. Traditional box shape, but really emphasizing the D's there. All right, I'll play this first phrase for you, and then we can kind of pick it apart. Here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you can probably see I'm heavily relying on this A looking shape that you can either pull from the A shape, D bar chord, or the G shape there, and it's kind of shared by both, but I'm really heavily relying on that. And I start off sliding into the 9th fret of the A string with my 3rd finger. I can reach over to the 7, 9 of the D string with my 1st and 3rd finger. Then my index finger collapses over to the 7th fret of the D, G, and B strings, and I play all 3 of those strings. Play all 3 of them again. Play all 3 of them, but the 3rd time, I hammer onto the 9th fret of the D string with my 3rd finger and the 8th fret of the B string with my middle finger, and then back to all 7s there. So, and that's the main lick that kind of gets repeated throughout this first section, even into the next few measures as well. So, then hit 7 again, hammer on, 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 7. And this is a really great case for, I really didn't think about counting the rhythm for this. I just went and listened to the solo over and over again until I could kind of sing this in my head, and that's exactly what I'd recommend you doing, because you end up doing that, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, but the rhythm is a little bit different when you start out. It starts out slow and then it gets fast. So you have, okay, and then after that you have a quarter note where you the 7s that you strum, bring out for a quarter note, and then hit them again, then go to the 9 of the A string, and then back to 7s. Okay, and that's really the end of what I would consider the first phrase to work on. So work on that. And from there, I kind of leave my 7s back here at the ready, but what I end up doing is I come down on will be the 8th fret of the B string with my middle finger, and the 9th fret of the G string with my 3rd finger. And I'm only there for a second, because you'll see on the tab it's 10 and 11 with some slides up to them. So that's telling me I should slide up to 10 and 11, and that's exactly what I'm setting up for. And then I go 10, I'm already fretting 10, so I hit it again, and 11. And I let that ring out. And then I slide back down to 8 and 9. And then my index finger's already back here at the ready for the 7s. So I go to the 7s of the B and G strings. So, and then I go 9, 7 of the D string. So that's that lick. And from there, we kind of have a repeat of what we started at. So I slide it to 9 again, and then 7-9 of the D string. And then I have my same lick that I had earlier, but it's a lot shorter here. You only do it 3 times. And from there, let me play that whole phrase for you, then we'll get to the next part. Okay, so actually, let me play the whole first 6 measures for you. Here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. From there, on the 1 of the next measure, you mute the strings, and then you maintain these 7s on the D, G, and B strings. You hit that, mute it, hit it again with some upstrokes, right? Because we're on the and, so 1 and 2 and 3. And then on the and of 3, you switch down here to this D, but we're using a C-shaped D here. And we're only using, again, the same 3 strings, D, G, and B, but this is the shape you end up with. 3rd finger on the 4th fret of the D, 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the G, 2nd finger, 3rd fret of the B string. So this is a really good way to start visualizing how to play a C chord and move it around the fretboard. This is a great little fragment to use. But hit that twice on the upstrokes, 3 and 4 and then next measure, mute on the 1 again. And what you're gonna do is just walk down the inversion of this C major shape. Well, again, we're playing a D chord here, but I end up with just these 3 notes, D, F sharp, and A, 5th fret of the A string with my 4th finger, 4th fret of the D string with my 3rd finger, and my index finger gets the 2nd fret of the G string there. And I end up playing that 3 times on 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And I muted on the and of 4, just to create a little bit of space there. All right, so let me play from measure 5 for you, just so you have some context for this, like 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so the next measure is where we change chords. Up until this point, it's just been over a D major. We move to an A major, and he's really just playing an arpeggio and using the chord shape to play a lick or a melody, right? He's playing over an A, so he's using this open A, he's barring it. And that's the lick, and he's hybrid picking it, I believe. I watched some videos online of him playing it, but he's playing open A, and then the 2nd fret of the G. Then as he mutes things or chokes them out, then he plays 2-4 of the G string. And then he plays open A again, and the 2nd fret of the B string, and then chokes things again, and then plays 2-3, and then plays an open A again. Then the 2nd fret of the B string chokes it, and then 2nd fret of the B string again, and then 4th fret of the G string, then open A again, and then the 2nd fret, and chokes it of the B string too. So that's what you want to keep in mind as you're trying to work your way through this and learn it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you have a rest on beat 4. Let me play that a little slower for you. So. Okay, and that may take you a little while to get used to hybrid picking things, but that's okay. You can take this as an opportunity to work on your hybrid picking too. And you'll notice I had to hold the A down the entire time I was doing that. Okay, and it's the same idea next time, but we have a B minor. And I don't hold the whole chord down, but I am thinking this B minor with the A minor shape. But what I do is get my bar on 2nd fret, so I can have that low B note to play over the lick the whole time. And the rhythm here is pretty similar. So what I end up doing is setting up bass camp with my bar on the 2nd fret for my B, and then my 3rd finger grabs the 4th fret of the G string, and that's my main kind of posture for this lick. I play the A string, my pick, then grab the 4th fret of the G string with my middle finger, let it mute, and then hit it again. And then the 2nd fret of the G string, or the B string is already being fretted with my bar, so I grab that one, and then back to the A string. and then put my middle finger down on the 3rd fret of the B string. So then mute it, then hit it again, 3rd fret of the B string with my middle finger, then I reach up to the 5th fret of the B string with my pinky, then back to my low root note B on the A string, back to the 3rd fret, mute it, and that's with my middle finger on the B string, then hit it again, let it off, get the 2nd fret with your bar, hit the root note again on the A string, and then hit the 3rd fret twice to end. So this lick, it was a little hard to tell what was going on in the recording, but I'm pretty sure this is what he was doing. Okay, very similar to the one over the A. So those two together. And for the B minor, it's really important, at least it is for the feel of it to me, to not have that 4th fret ringing out at the beginning of the lick. Otherwise it can sound pretty bad. Just let off of that 4th as soon as you go to the 2 right there on the B string. It should be okay. Okay, that's it for this one. Again, I would encourage you, if you're struggling with any area of guitar playing, I would invite you to go schedule a personal private one-on-one lesson with me. The first one is complimentary for all Guitar Fan members. You can go there and create your complimentary account and get started today. And I will be looking forward to meeting you and helping you iron out a plan for your playing. See ya.